Hey everybody, how's it going? If you're new here, welcome. Today we'll be looking at the Redragon DHARMA 98% keyboard. This is going to be a almost full-size keyboard. It's a little bit more compact, but you still get the number pad. We'll be checking out everything that it comes with, what's in the box, how to configure it, and everything about it. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. All right, and here we go. The DHARMA 98 Pro. It's going to be a 3-mode aluminum mechanical keyboard. And it says it has the full aluminum alloy body. This is going to be a bit heavier than most, but we'll get into the weight here in just a bit. Full RGB spectrum. On the back, we do have a few of the notable features, such as the connectivity modes, what it's compatible with, that aluminum body with it, and a couple other features that we'll get into here in just a bit. But let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. But of course, before we do, we have to talk about the tech specs. We'll go ahead and start out with the 98 key compact size, about 95%, depending on your keyboard. This is going to be a solid aluminum keyboard case. It's going to be coming with your tri-mode connectivity that comes with most keyboards these days, your USB-C, 2.4 wireless, and Bluetooth. This keyboard's going to be having the Redragon Mint Mambo switches. Going to be a little bit greenish in their tone. They're going to be linear and pre-lubed. And now the keycaps will also be PBT plastic with a rounded keycap design. The keyboard itself will also have a volume control, play pause, and RGB brightness controls built into the keyboard. You can, of course, adjust the keys, macros, and everything inside the software, which we'll get into here in just a bit. But, of course, if you guys are enjoying the video so far with all the details that you're getting, don't do it yet, but think about it. Maybe subscribe, maybe like, depends. We'll see how everything goes with the video. We got a lot to cover, but I just wanted to hop in here and just put that little bug in your ear a little bit. So if you guys like the video, would appreciate you guys hanging out for some more. Let's go ahead and go back into the unboxing, and let's see what we get. All right, now that we're back, let's go ahead and get this box open and get into the sub box that's inside this box. Because some keyboards, they do have a couple different packaging designs, but we got the silver box inside the cover box, which I love this one. Has the Redragon logo here right in the middle. Go ahead and get that tab pulled. And we'll go ahead and get this opened up to see the glory that it is. Beautiful black and purple keyboard. Go ahead and get it out of the sleeve here with little foams trying to come with it. And again, this is gargantuanly heavy. But before we get into that, we'll go ahead and get the accessories out. We do have 4 extra switches, the cable, and the keycap / switch puller. Go ahead and get those off to the side and get the box out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and slide everything here into the middle. Everything that you get, including the manuals. Go ahead and get the accessories out of the way. Got to get this switch and keycap puller out of its little bag. And it does have the Redragon kind of embossed in it, so you know which one it is in your sea of them, if you have as many as I do. You have a USB-A to USB-C cable. No adapters or anything, but some of the new ones do come with those. We got a nice little Redragon cable tie around it. And yes, it came with that one upside down, but this is the the Mambo Mint switches, and we'll go ahead and get one of these out of here to take a look at it. We'll get the one that didn't really sit right. And there we go. Nice up close personal. I love the green. It is, again, nice and smooth with the pre-lubed. And then we do have those pins right here on the bottom, your standard switch. We'll go ahead and see if I can't put this back in here like it's supposed to without messing up any of these other ones. All right, there we go. And we'll go ahead and check out with the thing you've always been looking for with every Redragon product you get the stickers. Now, we do have the manual here It's nothing too crazy. It is a little bit of a roadmap, so it's not my favorite, but it's also not multi-layer, so that's also fine. You have your operating system support here at the top, how to switch your modes, the connectivities, some of the FN keys on how to change the brightness and the level and speed of the effects. Some of the pre-built in for Windows and Mac OS functions. And then some of the regulatory stuff here on the back, such as charging, battery safety, FCC statement. So it's nothing too crazy. Would love a little book, but it's not the worst roadmap. It's not multi-layer. But this guy, it's black and purple. It is a solid keyboard. It feels great. Feels really smooth. The roundy keycaps are nice. But by God, is it heavy. And getting nice up close and personal to it. It is just a great contrast. But you will feel it. Now, back here on the back, this is where the fun is. We do have the little sticker here on the back, giving you all the details if you need that, such as the model and the type that it is. All right, we also got the feet here, which are not 2 layers. There's just one big feet, and they are very stiff. But this is a heavy keyboard, so FYI, it is necessary. You have a little magnet here on the back to hold the USB, and it's not going to come out. Now, we got these little baby switches back here on which modes you want. And you got to be careful with them. They are really tiny, but they're not going to go anywhere. They are decently stiff, so you're not going to have to worry about sliding this thing around. But it's metal back here. It's cold. But this is going to be super sturdy. And you got that single USB-C right here in the middle. As far as design, though, I mean, this is clean. You do nothing on the sides. It's all here on the back. And then you just that one USB-C. But while you're typing, it's not going to move. It's got some nice grip to it. And I will be very curious to see how everything's going to go into the testing here in just a bit. Now, we are going to go ahead and get one of these keycaps off and go ahead and inspect that as well. And, of course, we'll get one of the switches right here off the board, because we always do anyways. Now, this is going to be a north-facing LED, so if you guys want to change anything out, just keep that in mind. It is nice. You see the layers of dampening. It's really dark. And so, I mean, it's going to be nice. And I don't see any flicker with the camera. Some keyboards, depending on the LED and the quality, you might see some flicker, at least on the camera. But overall, it's nice. They didn't skimp here, especially when you're doing the aluminum. You're paying a little bit of the premium, so there is that. We'll go ahead and get some of these lights off here so you guys can see a little bit of that RGB popping through. And again, nice, clean, and crisp with those North Face LEDs. Got a little bit of it coming through with the putting on the spacebar, which is nice. And some of the other keys as well. So it's nice in the dark. It's not going to be too bright, but you can, again, adjust the brightness. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and do the typing test so you guys can hear and see how that's going to be going through with the typing. So I'm going to go ahead and type away and listen in. All right, and now that you can make your own determination of, do you like that sound? I like almost any sound. I mean, especially when it's nice, smooth clicks. I like a more unique sound to it as well, but that's the sound you're going to hear if you're expecting to type So just keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go into the software and see what we can do, customize, and change with the keyboard. This is going to be a Redragon keyboard, so there will be a lot that you can do. And we go through this for all keyboards, so strap in. There will be a little bit to go through, but if you guys want to skip past that, you can and go straight into the next test. So let's dive into that. All right, and here we are into the DHARMA K740. Now we're going to go ahead and see that we can do any modifications to any key that we want, whether if it's another function, numpad, modifier, letter, anything we want. Even make mouse buttons over here. Got multimedia keys, play, pause, mute, volume, even opening up programs. Make calculator, email, my computer, screen for laptops. You got macros if you want to set those. Got different commands here for locking the computer, running different programs, pulling up that menu, show the desktop if you want to hide things quickly, save, lock windows. So there's a couple options we have here. Plus key combinations, depending on what you want to do for your single key combinations. And you can do multiple at once. And save it if you like, or you can reset it. You have the FN layers, so we can have multiple layers if you want. And you can export, import it, rename it, kill it, delete it, or make a new one. And I definitely always recommend exporting that just in case you need to. Now we have the RGB here, the live RGB, so you guys can see what this is roughly going to look like on the keyboard. And then I'll go ahead and be quiet here. We're going to speed through these, so have a good time with the colors. And now that we've got all those lights out of the way, we do have some music options, which don't really show up here in the software, but these are rhythm lights that you guys can choose through, that you can have. So while you're playing music or playing games, it'll adjust with that. Next, we'll check out the macro panel, where you can make some new folders, different layers, and different macros if you want to set those up for work or play. You go ahead and set your name for it. So we're going to go ahead and get a folder made. Make a subfolder or make your macros. And name your macro whatever you want it to be. Right here, we're going to just do a test. Hit record. And start typing away. And it shows the exact milliseconds with everything. Now, if you want to change it, you can just double-click into it. And you can change it to a specific number. Make sure that you hit enter for it. And then, again, you can make those modifications all the way through if you guys want to make them shorter, make it faster, make it longer for the delay. Save it, delete. If you want to change that, you can insert here from an actual key or special character to go with it and change it. And then now I've got an H in here, so we can make that modification. Then here up at the top for your general, we do have your device, the firmware, the software, language, startup, and what you want to do when you exit. The tap, sensitivity, sleep when it gets taken away, your debout, and then you can reset the keyboard itself and then upgrade. You can check for updates for your firmware. These are far from few. They're not very common, but if they do have some, you can always check the firmware. All right, and now with all that software out of the way, thanks for staying with me, or if you're coming back into it, skipping it, welcome to the fun. Now we're going to go into the weight, and we're going to see what this thing weighs. And as we go ahead and get this thing turned on and on the scale, it is 1,201 grams. It is hefty. So just do keep that in mind if you're traveling with it. It is going to be a bit of a chonker. But next, let's go into the sound meter test. Since you heard how it sounded earlier, let's go ahead and visualize how loud that is. So we're going to go ahead and get this onto the table and see what that sounds like. Tapping a few of these keys, we're sitting around the high 50s with the sounds. And I'm just going to be smashing these keys like I am just the best typist in the world. I'm going to go ahead and hit these special function keys, and they're usually the loudest ones. Still staying about mid-50s. Again, depends on your pressure. We do have some hinting into the 60s. So it's going to be pretty on par for, I would say, your average keyboard that we've tested here on the channel. And the click on the wheel will be your loudest, as it is really, really clicky. But you can then change that and modify what you want that to do. And that's the Redragon DHARMA keyboard. It's fantastic. This is the full aluminum version. Again, heavy is an understatement. This is 1,200 grams. This is pretty chunky. So if you guys want to travel with it, it will be heavier than most. But if this is going to be on your desk and it's never going to move, it's never going to move. It's heavy, so it's not going to be something that's just going to slide around. Now, again, downside, I would say, is it doesn't have the dual feet, but it does have really sturdy, for the weight, single-level feet on the high side. That's the only thing I can say that's really a downside besides, the actual weight, but that's what it is a heavy aluminum keyboard. So if you're buying this, don't expect it to be light, even though it is a lightweight metal. But it was fantastic to see, and it was fantastic to use. It's a nice coloring, and so if purple's your game, they have a bunch of other ones if that's not your speed. So go ahead and check that out, see what colors you can get with this. They do change and do upgrade that, so check the website. Links before it down in the description. And if you made it this far, you guys are always the best who can make it all the way to the end. I appreciate your dexterity going through these long reviews. We put as much detail as possible into these things. We appreciate every last one of you for making it this far. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, maybe think about it. If you see me again, would appreciate it. We have a lot of stuff on our way. Some new and interesting stuff as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And until the next one, I'll see you soon.